Hey, welcome to Two Beards Podcast, episode 147. Today we are drinking some Born Yesterday.
Yes, we are. And one might say that it's a little bit fresher than yesterday, even.
No, I wouldn't say
One
that.
might.
I mean, I think they're more going... I think it's less about it being fresher, and I think they wanted to do the whole...
Freaking, yeah.
Under fresher.
David Bowie, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Queen.
fair. Yeah.
All those guys.
Yeah, all of them.
All those dead people.
Yeah. You guys probably never heard of them, though, but
Probably
that's okay. They're kind of an underground band.
Yeah, one day. Yeah, they rebranded, I think.
Factually. They
Did they admit to rebranding?
Yep, they wrote in their post that
Okay.
this is this. They rebranded it and they changed the recipe up a little bit.
Because I was going through our old notes and maybe like I could have done more research on this, but we didn't. It seems to be the description that we had for the beer. We never knew the hops that were in it. We just knew that they were fresh.
Right.
This year we know what the hops are.
That's pretty cool, actually.
So it's Mosaic, Citra, Simcoe, and Sabro. They make a note because they're weird about it being whole cone. And, you know, expressed in our absolute juiciest form, and that they're within 24 hours of it being harvested, it's brewed, whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, and we talk about this, but like until you taste the difference too, like when it comes to IPAs, I mean, fresh really does make a difference. Like the quicker you can get it from the vine to like your lips, like, thank you. It's better.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're right. You're not wrong. I think, like, the last year's description was, Born Yesterday is a newborn version of our reborn pale, new Dogtown Pale, with a fresh addition, virgin hops from the trestled lands of the verdant Yakima Valley, unkilned for an immaculate reception, then deliver the resulting Lil Brew in 24 hours. Congrats, it's a beer. And I was just like...
That's a hell of a description. Yeah.
What were you guys on when you wrote that?
This one's like, here's the hops. Thank you, Yakima, and it's juicy.
Well, so they do have some like other parts on their website, you know, describing that whole process and stuff. It doesn't go into quite as much color, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah, that is so right off the bat, I'll address the elephant in my mouth here. That's the phrase, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So the elephant in my mouth is this beer is far past exceptionally delicious, but it is also a lot more bitter than it typically is.
Yeah, I would say like more often than not, this is like juicier.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty, you know, bitter, and you got a little more caramel notes going on. Not in a bad way, in my opinion, but
right. No, I think you do still have those orange, citrusy tones going on, but you're totally right. There's like an introduction of caramel that really never existed before.
And who knows? Maybe like I don't know if we have the date on here. Because we're definitely late.
Yeah,
but we're
1940. That's been a while.
I'm surprised.
I don't know.
Cap? Nope.
Cap.
Sometimes on the bottle it's printed, but I don't see it anywhere. Oh, I do see something.
Yeah,
that's the 1940 thing.
Yeah, it was not helpful.
Yeah, no, not particularly helpful there.
Maybe it said it on the box.
Yeah, it could be.
Sometimes some companies do that, and I don't get it.
It's a stupid way to do it.
It is. I bet you it's cheaper rather than doing every single bottle or can, but still.
Probably, but like...
What does this fucking mean? Like,
you ever been to a grocery store and like there's a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one downside about these beers, by the way. They come in 4-packs. Really fucking annoying.
Yeah, don't do that
I don't
again.
want just 4.
No. And buying 8 at once is far more ridiculous than buying 12.
Yeah. So, but like, you ever been to a grocery store and like you go to get a 6-pack and there's only 5 of them in there?
Yeah.
So I'm like, how often do these switch around? If you're, I don't trust. I've gotten a 6-can pack in a box, and one of the beers had been opened and it had like molded over cans and the box itself.
Oh no.
So I just don't trust anything anymore.
Right.
Print the dates on the cans and the bottles is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd appreciate that. One place that doesn't even give a shit. So Jewel Osco in the Midwestern Valley.
I was gonna say, I'm from the Northwest, so I don't know these things that you're saying.
It's basically Safeway. In fact, I think
Sounds like you're trying to say Oscar. It's a name.
Jewel
Jewel
changed
is
her
like
last
Julia?
name. No, the singer Jewel.
Okay.
Yeah, she changed her last name to Oscar and
Okay.
opened a grocery store
Uh-huh.
that I believe is currently owned by Safeway.
Got it.
So
Safeway,
Safeway in Illinois.
like Vaughn's in California.
Right,
Safeway.
right, exactly. So I was there, and it's most of the Jewels, they have the whole build your own 6-pack thing.
Retarded.
Yes.
Oh, I can't say that. Dumb.
Additionally, most of the selection in those places suck. Huge asshole. It's the beer they just couldn't sell.
Exactly. That's the issue and it's just old beer too. Like you can tell it's just old. Because I think it works in like Total Wine. They have a single section.
Yes, yeah. Benny's?
Binnies.
Yeah.
Like in context for those, it kind of works, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Even those, it's kind of lame, but they like manage it well. But like
Yeah.
at a grocery store, it's like build your own and it's just chaos.
It is absolute chaos, yeah. And so, there was this one Jewel that I would go to that was like slightly out of my way, but they had a little bit better selection in the single section. And I would never shop that section except they had daisy cutters in that section.
Ooh, okay.
Now, hear me out. Daisy cutters are sold in a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans
Yes.
for $10. These build your own 6-packs
Yep.
were
Sure,
also
that's going.
$10.
Ah,
So I had 6 packs of 16-ounce cans for $10.
did you ever run into a scenario where you go to get a 6-pack of Daisy Cutter, and they don't have any in the 6-pack section, but they do in the 4-pack section? So you cheated.
How did
and moved 'em.
How did I know you were going to ask this? I can neither
I think
confirm nor
I think you've been long enough past the statute of limitations where you could not get in trouble.
Then yes, I absolutely did that many times. In fact, there was one time there were no Daisy cutters there. I did it. But I know they normally have it.
You brought
I brought the other 2.
and then built 2 6-packs out of them.
Yeah. So, yep, I have done that.
How'd you know? Because I would have done the same thing.
Exactly right. Yeah. So, but it was crazy. And it wasn't. It was usually just Daisy Cutter, but every now and then they have like another half-acre, like 16-ounce can there, and I'm like, this is just. I struck gold with this place. However, a lot of times, I'd say half the time, which is a lot, I guess. They were really old, like over 6
That's
months
just
old.
what happens.
Exactly.
In those kind of places.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, and then I also sometimes I couldn't tell. I'm like, was this the expiration date or was this when it was made? I'm like, I don't know.
One of the downsides about fresh hop beers like this one is, people like to say fresh hop beer goes bad faster
Yeah.
than other types of beer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, I want to know if that's actually true.
You know what? I don't think it is. And so,
Because, like, you cannot, like, taste, like, this beer and what it would taste like in 30 days and what it would taste like in 6 months
right.
all at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it does go bad quicker than normal beer, just because like all of the hops in this beer were already boiled.
Yeah.
It was already all fermented. Like, I think the quickness part is the hops before you put it in the beer spoiling. So you need to quickly get them from the farm into the beer. Once they're in the beer, I think you're good.
I just don't. I also don't think beer like spoils that much.
I don't think it does either.
Like, I've had some beer that I'm like, this isn't the same, or I don't like this one, but most of the time I chalk that up to like something going wrong, like not it being stale.
Well, I mean, when you're talking about craft breweries too, like every bottle's different, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like slightly at the very least. And so,
because like I'll get a 6-pack and one will be like off, and I'll be like, what the fuck?
Right.
But then the other 5, which are, you know, likely brewed at the same time, maybe even same batch and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're fine.
Right. I also think sometimes maybe like you'll drink some and you'll leave the one in the fridge for a while, and so much time has passed that you kind of forgot how the other ones tasted. So you're like, this one tastes funky compared to those other ones, but it's like, it's been a while. You can't really accurately say that.
Yeah.
So,
Point being, don't be too picky about
exactly
getting old beer.
Don't be stone. I mean, I appreciate that about them, and because that kind of inspired their Enjoy By series, which has produced some of their best beer, I think.
Yeah, and I think there is something to freshness.
Totally.
I just don't think it's make or break.
Right. And again, I think it does matter most when you're talking about very hoppy IPAs compared to like a stout or a porter or an amber ale. You know, I think it matters more with the IPAs, but I agree with you. Like, I don't, when you're talking like about a month difference, like, I don't really think it's making that big of a difference. Like, I think I've had some Enjoy Buys. Like, I saw some on the shelf.
I've done the same.
It was like a month or two past, and I was like, still pretty good. But, yeah.
I mean, that fresh hop from 7 Seas that we found like a year later, Elizabeth's favorite, that still tasted like shit.
Yeah, nothing changed there.
Nope.
Didn't get better. That's weird.
Still tasted like dirt.
Crazy.
That's one where I don't know.
Sure.
But I still am under the belief that, because there's the time between harvesting and brewing.
Yeah.
There's also like when you harvest those hops. And I know 7 Seas used to go to Yakima and do some like hop picking.
Yeah.
But I think that was more than likely done. Well, it was obviously done before like the machines picked everything. So I wonder if it was like they picked it before optimal ripeness.
Well, it depends on the varietal you're talking about. So I have.
But they went early, remember? Because we always talked about how that beer specifically was like the first fresh hop beer on the market. Right.
Yeah, I mean, well, man, I don't.
I'm just trying to figure out why that beer was so fucking earthy and bitter and not like a fresh hop, like how a normal person thinks of it.
I mean, call me crazy, but their recipe just might have sucked.
Yeah,
that's fair. They've produced a lot of not great beer.
Yeah,
they have produced some really good beer, and I think that gives our hopes up when a beer is not to par, especially something like, oh, it's a fresh hop, like it's gotta be good.
Well, and I'm thinking back in that time when the Nomadic IPA was a staple, and it was good. They didn't change the recipe yet; they ended up changing it, and it's just never been the same since.
Yeah.
But when the Nomadic was a thing, which was in that era, I love that beer. And that was when you like first had like Willie Mays and you were
Yeah.
jerking off to that.
That was good. And then Georgetown made Johnny Utah, and I said, "See ya." Yeah, that's a fucking winner, man.
You do that one again.
Yeah, if that's not one of my favorite beers, like I think I could probably accurately say it's one of my favorite beers.
Yeah, I think so the Born Yesterday, we'll see what we rate it today, but it has been consistently, if it hasn't been rated a 5, it's been like up there. But outside of that, I think Johnny Utah and Leota May might be these are my perfect beers.
Yeah. When we were in Yakima, I was able to find some Leota May and got some, and oh god, it's been a while, and it's so
just,
good.
Yeah,
that's just an absolute W. This maybe it's just because it's been a while since I've had the Nomadic, but is it just me or is this giving you Nomadic vibes?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
It's not the same because the Nomadic was always on draft, and that's
true.
Change quite a bit.
Absolutely.
But very much like the Nomadic, this is first and foremost upfront bitterness, followed by like orange caramely, and it's got a pretty. I would actually say this doesn't have as clean of a finish as the Nomadic, but that might also be because it's not on draft. Like some aeration is at play on draft that you don't get in a bottle.
It's true.
But yeah, I think it's probably pretty close.
Yeah, in that realm, in that family, if you will. But I also feel like this in general, like normally the Born Yesterday is pretty.
Oh, maybe we should do a 7 Seas run.
Yeah.
Little vlog, going back to our second most hated brewery in Tacoma.
My Washington roots, really. No, I feel like this is given more, like the Born Yesterday is really West Coast. This is given more PNW IPA vibes than it is like California West Coast IPA.
Yeah, this is a different beer.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah, I really just wish they would have done both because it would have been cool to done side by side.
Yeah, I wish that they explained a little bit, like, because you and I are under the impression that they just changed their recipe and rebranded the Born Yesterday.
Yeah, let me find the post that they.
But if you just say you rebrand it, I don't like. I'm like the post itself gives me the impression it's the same recipe, but
right.
I just don't believe that unless like we've just changed, which is possible, I guess. But
right. Well, there's a video that I feel like says everything that I want to hear. But
I have it.
Shop.
So on Untappd, wow, it's actually really low from what I was going to expect. It's a 4.01 on Untappd.
I bet you because it's different than it's been and people aren't happy about it.
I want to see if I can.
Trying to look through the.
So Born Yesterday, Pale Ale, Untappd. I mean, it's right. It's right around the same. I got a 4.05 and a 4.1. 4.11.
Wow.
So I get it. This one is based on those two links a little bit higher of an ABV.
You know what I just realized right now seeing the old label?
What's that?
It's a pale ale.
Yes, this is an IPA.
This is an IPA. Yeah.
I wonder if anyone says anything. I hate Untappd.
I'm just gonna
just want to let you guys know
Untappd video
is the worst. While you listen to that, one of the things I hate about Untappd is that people just like kind of just rate it and they don't say anything. So it's just like hey, it's 3 point whatever, and that's it. Like I don't have any details. Like what are you guys thinking? You know?
Right.
Fuck, and I have to sign in, and I don't know my Untapped because fuck you guys.
He's not talking about it in this video. I very specifically remember him being all like, this is born yesterday, we rebranded it.
$7.5 Precious Matter. Yeah, I'm not. Born yesterday sucks.
What?
Wow.
They're
That's
wrong.
That's a comment.
They're wrong.
In short, okay, here's some comments. In short, this beer is decent, but not nearly as good as Born Yesterday has been in prior years. Missing the bright hop flavors. Yeah, I
agree with that.
That's kind of where we're sitting. Yeah.
Yeah. Who said that? They are so fucking accurate.
This is Jay Case from Illinois.
Wow. And that's a very fair rating, I'd say, too, by the way.
3.83 out of 5. This year's fresh hop replacement for Born Yesterday. In short, this beer is decent, but not nearly as good as Born Yesterday has been in prior years. Missing the bright hop flavors, which would typically be present in Born Yesterday, while not reflective in the score. Also, poorer value compared to Born Yesterday being a 4-pack at the same price.
Yeah.
Also, what we commented on.
Yep.
Sadly, I think the best days of Lagunitas fresh hop IPAs are likely gone. I disagree with that. One bad or not as great brew in 2021 post pandemic. I think we got some time.
I think we got some time.
They can come back.
Man, yeah, guy's pretty accurate. J Case.
Yeah, I think it's a little harsh criticism at the end.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I agree. But overall,
this person is insane. 3.99 out of 5. Overall, pretty similar to the Born Yesterday, except with a smoky finish that oddly fits.
The fuck? Smoky?
The sixth ring, yeah, I don't.
What?
Where do you get off?
Fuck?
Like, I would be fine if this person's opinion was just pretty similar to the Born Yesterday. Like, okay, I disagree, but like you have your opinion. But
Right.
like smoky finish, objectively false.
Have you ever drank scotch? Ever?
Pours a mostly clear, bright orange with a nice head to start, but disappears quickly. Smell is floral, mildly tropical with citrus and dank garden hops. Okay, I don't know about that.
Dude,
Taste follows nose. This fresh hop is just average. This is no Born Yesterday. It's not even a good IPA. Come on, it's a good IPA.
Where are you reading this from, Ray?
Right here.
Okay.
Gator Nation.
Fucking 6-ring
I told you,
bitch. Dude, he copied him. He literally says taste follows the nose. Like, what is that? Is that just, that's not a thing people say. Also, that motherfucker said like pineapple.
I've already
Suck
moved.
a dick.
I've already moved
I'm
on.
sorry.
I
I read too much of his. I'm
I know.
sorry. I'm sorry.
We got where he was going with the smoky things.
God
I just
damn it.
discounted everything
Oh my
he was gonna say.
God. Yeah.
Maybe I should have searched Born Yesterday
Maybe.
because I think there's probably gonna be a lot.
Yeah. Oh, 7? That's it? Maybe like at the bottom they're not all the way loaded or something.
Okay, so that's. Well, I don't know what this is. We're on Beer Advocate, so I guess they actually do have a good following. But that's kind of it.
Honestly, if you're not mentioning Born Yesterday in your rating of this beer, then you're fucking up, bud. Because like,
I would agree.
clearly you're just like, oh, this is like a beer, I'm gonna rate it. Like, no, fuck you, dude. Like,
Okay, let's. So
be accurate.
So let's.
Sure.
By the way, we've done 3 episodes featuring the Born Yesterday. One on episode 8, which is the Born Again Yesterday, which is their non-fresh hop version of the beer, which we also really like.
Yeah.
We've done episode 11
Wow.
on Born Yesterday, yeah, just 3 weeks later. And then we did episode 61 on the Born Yesterday.
We know our Born Yesterday.
We do. We should. So what I was thinking, we finish up here, go into our next one, and then start working through what we think while also seeing where we differ from. Like, we'll do, like, here's what it looks like, and then we'll go back to 61.
100%. I think, and I'm glad we're doing this because I think this beer deserves it. You know, this is kind of like a staple section for us every year, I feel, at least.
Yeah.
So, and it's very interesting. That's for sure. Almost some of that one up my nose.
And it's good.
Not up your nose, though.
Life is uncertain. Don't sip.
Do you get that? I feel like there's a pun in there somewhere, and I don't get it.
I don't know.
If there's not a pun, it just doesn't make sense to me. These guys are high. I also have reliable sources that say they do a lot of weeds.
Well, we also listed off that colorful description, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
It smells really good, though. No, it doesn't. I had a false smell. You know what it
Yeah.
smells like? It smells soapy.
I was gonna say
Does it smell soapy to you?
I can see the soapy. I can see it.
Very soapy.
I'm gonna say maybe soapy. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
All right, sure, fair enough. All right, but start from the top. Fucking 399 bitch had it right. It's pretty bright orange. It's relatively clear. Pretty thin, soapy head. The head even looks like soap. But
Yeah, I said decent head that dissipates quickly. I think those reviews are pretty accurate on that.
oh yeah, that one guy's view is great.
So the smells that I'm getting out of it, it's got that typical fresh hop floral smell. Does have some earthy notes.
Yeah.
I really want to get some orange notes or even some malt in there, and it just
It's very high tones.
you know what? The taste doesn't follow the nose because the taste is orange and got some caramely in there, and it's not existent.
No, you are
You
2
got some
million
base
percent right.
with the earthiness, like some dirt, maybe even like a little iron, some like a metallic smell, and that might be the soapiness kind of
Could be
alcohol
mixing with the
metallic kind of
earthiness.
thing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, floral and earthy, like as far as like pulling out pleasant scents out of this guy, that hit the nail on the head for sure.
Yeah, I'm not getting like, oh, it's so orangey.
No, there's no fucking orange. I'm not even getting any like caramel, like not a lot of base to it, and not very hoppy smelling.
It's crazy. Do a smink, you won't even smell the beer.
Oh no.
That's how light the beer has, like how
Like
light
it's-
of an aroma it has.
Yes.
It just is washed out by the taste entirely.
You know what I got out of that? I lost all nuance and just got soap smell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the taste is way overwhelming compared to the smell.
Yeah, I very curious about that. And I mean, looking at what's more curious is their hop varietals. Citra, very, very stinky of the orange variety. Mosaic, also very deliciously like dank, like juicy smell.
Mosaic actually surprises me because Mosaic is typically attributed to more of that danky tropical
Yeah.
flavor, and I'm not getting a lot of tropical notes in this.
There is, and I want to say it's Sabro actually. I could be wrong, but there is a varietal which Zach refers to as stinky feet. And
I think you're right. I
I'm
think that is
pretty
Sabro.
sure I remember it being Sabro.
Which that doesn't surprise me.
I'll ask him right now, and hopefully he'll text us back during the podcast here.
Simcoe, I have a special place in my heart for because it gives a nice crisp bitterness. But outside of that, in my experience, Simcoe hasn't added a lot to fresh hop beers. I think Simcoe's a good addition because, like Fremont's Field to Ferment series.
Yeah.
I like the ones with Simcoe because I think
kind of northwesty.
Kind of northwesty, but I think what happens a lot, like we've talked about before, is that fresh hops are missing a strong bitter backbone, and
Yeah.
Simcoe really adds that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
Yeah, which maybe it says too much of. I don't know, man. I don't know.
all right, taste.
Oof. Here we go. Should we compare and contrast the first two first, and then go into
No,
taste?
because I don't want to.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't want to
Okay.
manipulate
Oh, okay.
our experience.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
So I said good bitterness, evolution to orange, evolution to like caramel malty notes. Not like sugary, but like warm tones basically, and then it has like kind of a slow finish, like it's almost like the hop in orange ends, but then the sugars kind of peter out. They stick around for a little bit.
Yes, 100%. Sorry, Zach is letting me know which one is Stinky Feet. Oh, he says Zeus. Okay, so not Sabro, it's Zeus. I could have sworn I remembered it being Sabro, but
I don't know, how do you say peter out? Is it just literally peter?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I don't know. Peter out? I don't know.
Okay. Zach says Zeus is Stinky Feet. Sabro smells great.
Okay. Well,
So okay.
You
so
tried.
yeah, I tried. I don't know what's going on here then.
do you have anything to add to taste, or do you just want to take us into feel?
I'll take us into feel because it kind of, what I was going to say really flows into the feels. Like it's kind of like along the lines of your slow finish. Like it leaves this kind of like stickiness behind.
I don't think stickiness is the right word. I don't know that my word is any better, but I think it gives a good picture. I was going to say filmy. Like it leaves a film in your
Okay,
mouth.
yeah. So what I'm seeing around the edge of the glass here, filmy,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
feeling the same thing.
Okay.
Like, it's still there. It's just like it doesn't go away. It's
Yeah,
kind of-
sticky probably wasn't the best, and I certainly wouldn't have said like sugary or syrupy. That's not right either. So filmy, definitely gives a better picture to what's going on here. It's got a very like medium to kind of thick body. Like it's not like most of the Born Yesterdays are like a little thinner, a little more like medium to light. This one's a little thicker than, and Levi specifically points out that it is thick in all the wrong places, and I couldn't agree more.
It's just kind of awkward.
It's
Got an awkward body.
It really is. It's it's like,
You ever see those super skinny dudes that have like a abnormally large beer belly?
yeah, I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah, but you're not super skinny. I mean, like,
Right.
like
No,
you
I
have
know.
no
Yeah.
muscle.
It's like nothing, and all of a sudden,
Beer
boink,
belly.
and it's like, whoa, you like
Have you
just
ever been to the gym?
yeah, you don't work out and you just drink beer.
Like you were a total computer nerd all throughout college, and then you found beer,
Yes.
and then you just drank so much beer, it's crazy. So you have zero muscle, and then just a huge beer belly. That's the picture I'm getting with this beer.
yeah, no, 1,000,000%. That's
Which after I
That's
say
a-
that,
that's a
that's
sight.
less appetizing than this beer is, because it's actually pretty good. But here we are.
Here we are.
All right, let's see. Episode 61.
Okay, so last year's
Not last year, the year before, probably.
oh
61.
did we not did we not find it last year?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Pandemic shit.
sure.
November 9th, 2019.
November 9th, 2019.
Yep.
K Razy.
Look hazy-ish, unfiltered,
Yep.
orangey, soapy head. So already, this doesn't look unfiltered. or hazy.
No, definitely doesn't look very hazy.
Orange and soapy head? True.
Yes, quite true.
Smell? Glorious.
No.
Perfection.
No.
Citrus.
No.
Fantastic.
Maybe.
Hoppy-ish.
Not really.
Heavenly.
No.
Florally.
Yes. 2 out of 7.
Taste. Orange tree. Slightly herbal.
That's very good. Orange tree. And I'm sure what we were getting at is that it's very orange and citrusy, but it's a little earthy.
A bit hoppy.
Yeah.
This is hoppier than a bit hoppy.
Yeah, that's true. More than a bit hoppy. You're right.
Waltz of crisp and sweet.
That is not the case at all. This is like a waltz of like this is a waltz of bitter and caramel.
Feel. Good carb, not overwhelming. It's kind of flat.
Yeah.
Playing with crisp or syrup. Okay. Perfectly
does
balanced.
that mean?
Not perfectly balanced. We already
Definitely
went
not
into
perfectly
our
balanced.
description of
Yeah,
that.
definitely not
Your rating was 4.75. Mine was 4.69.
Yeah.
Episode 11.
Okay.
Also true. Born yesterday. Look golden, yellowy, nice fluffy white head. Not very clear. This beer's clear.
None of that holds true. None of that
Smell
holds true.
explodes with fresh hop flavor, citrusy, and herbalness.
Only the herbalness I would consider there.
Taste fresh like a crisp salad. Hoppy, citrusy, juicy sweetness. It's not crisp. Feel well-rounded, crisp, not sticky. Goes down easy. Carbonation not in your face. So
I would not say not sticky. I think filmy you hit it better, but I would not say not sticky with this. So
yeah, I mean,
and then what was the Born Again? How did that pair up?
look hazy, golden, more yellowy, sediment, orangey. There's no
That's
sediment.
yeah, that one's like
It's like
very unfiltered. And he said we listened to the head brewer unfiltered.
Fresh, hoppy, citrusy, sweet smell. Taste, hoppy, fresh, juicy, citrusy, unfiltered graininess. Well balanced in thirds between bitter, sweet, and juicy. Yeah, I mean, hey, there's a good, like, obviously, our adjectives and ability to describe a beer has gotten better over time. Those are, like,
That's
more
true.
recent to November 9th, 2019 to July 19th of 2018.
Good gosh, that's crazy.
But
But
even if our skills have gotten better, I would have, like, there's common threads in
Yes.
all of those that don't exist in this one.
absolutely, that's well put. Yeah. Yeah, no, it just is a different beer. I'll have to re-look and re-watch all of the shit on Instagram that I saw because I could have sworn they even mentioned Born yesterday and we're like, oh yeah, changed the name and we rebranded and here it is.
I'm sure that's the case, but like,
It's just a different beer.
well, it just, I think, say that we're changing up the recipe. We're updating it to 2021. And with that update, we're changing the name to Contents Under Fresher.
Hear me out. Just say, this is our fresh hop this year.
Yeah.
Like, don't even mention Born Yesterday. Don't even say anything about anything. Just, this is our fresh hop beer we're doing this year. So you don't get any wires crossed. Because I think that otherwise it gives off a little bit of a false sense of what this could be.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
and we're all for that. We've talked many, many, many times of just based off of like logos and can designs alone, just like how shit looks compared to how it tastes, and there can be a lot of deception sometimes. I'm not saying they're doing that. I'm just saying it's nice when everything lines up.
I don't think there's enough like blunt honesty in the industry. Like, I like. There's so many things that are like this too. I think gaming is like this as well. Like, you produce this beer.
Yeah.
Say you're changing up the recipe this year, and then like, did you like it as much? What did you like about it more? What were you like? What were you trying to achieve, and did you achieve it? Do you like it less than the Born Yesterday? Like, you could even just disagree and say this is a like, from Lagunitas' perspective, they could be like, I think this is a better beer than Born Yesterday. Here's why we like it more. That's why we created this. Or
go the other way, saying, hey, we wanted to do something different with our fresh hop this year. It didn't turn out as expected. We still like the way that it came out, but it's definitely going to be different than if you're a Born Yesterday fan.
Exactly.
Like, just say that. Come on, say, oh, this is different.
I'm not asking you to shit on the beer because it's not a shitty beer.
Right.
If it was a shitty beer, then you should shit on your beer.
Yeah, or don't fucking can it or bottle it, Yeah.
So, I'm not a fan of...
Lies!
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
False expectations.
Absolutely.
And so I think, like, if you're expecting this to be Born Yesterday, it's not.
No. Sorry. I wish it was.
Is it a bad beer? No. I think you should get it. I think you should try it.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Yeah. In fact, if you don't like Born Yesterday, you should try this. You might like it more. I don't know. I think I'm good as far as rating goes.
I haven't even looked.
Yeah, I've looked a little bit, and I don't like where I'm placing this, but I do think it's fair.
I am good as well.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 3.4. Wow. Okay. You went way up in that beat range.
Go first? Or
yeah, go for it.
All right. So 3.5 to 4 is great. Flavors don't hit perfect to make an A. For example, not hoppy enough. 3 to 3.5, where you're at, is good, solid. Concept is there and well executed. The difference, like why I rated it in the great category, is I am thinking like, you clean up the finish on this beer and you add some carbonation. It makes a pretty fucking solid, delicious beer. Like if you get Georgetown carbonation or even close to Georgetown carbonation in this,
yeah,
you get a cleaner, crisper finish. Like this is like, like maybe you're right. It's not like what I want from a fresh hop when you think of like what experiencing hops. So, maybe I should rate it and it's like where it's at. But if you make those changes, I think this is a really good beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's missing some hop nuance that I expect in a fresh hop, some nasally notes, a better smell. I'm really underwhelmed by the aroma this beer puts off. I think that they didn't achieve one of the key things that should be achieved in a fresh hop, and really in any IPA that's like centered around hoppiness. Yeah, I don't know. I could be swayed to go lower, especially in a fresh hop, but I like the beer overall. So
no, that's totally fair. I think I'll start off by shitting on the beer. I'm kidding. Just by saying the things that I dislike, the things that I wish that they'd improve, or the things that I think they could improve on, and then I'll end it with the things I do like about it. So like right off the bat, again, just like with the aroma, it's very, very, very weak, I think, for something like a fresh hop. And I think for, when Lagunitas approaches fresh hops, they always say, we always want to try to curate the experience of having it, like basically just having hops explode in your face, and I more or less have had that experience, and you have as well, and this really does not do that at all.
No.
It's too light in the aroma aspect, and it's also just kind of weird compared to the flavors that you're actually tasting, and so for some reason those really aren't aligned very well. And then going into the taste of it too, like I like the more bitterness. That's kind of cool. Like if it was a Born Yesterday but more bitter, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's like a fun spin on it that they haven't really done with it. But instead, this kind of is just a little less citrusy and clean. It's just a little bit more sweeter, more you introduce this caramel aspect to it, which again, forget this is even related to Born Yesterday. It's just a new beer. I think for a fresh hop IPA, like I don't want such overwhelming sweet notes. And if you are going to do that, then you gotta tighten it up. You gotta keep it tight and make it a little bit more clean. And like you said, add some more carb. Like that would help a lot too. If you're going to make a beer a little bit more on the sweeter end, add some more carb. That can help a lot. So I think overall though, like I do like this beer a lot. It does have a nice bitterness profile. It does have like a decent body. It's 7.7%. I mean, it's for being close to 8. It doesn't feel like it's about to dip into that double IPA category. So kudos on that end, because we both have had a lot of IPAs that kind of get up into that range, and then they kind of start like just skidding out on the whole sweet and sugary part of it, or get too syrupy in it. It just isn't great. So for like a fresh hop, it's nice that they didn't push those boundaries too much, that they still stayed within the good IPA realm. But yeah, it just overall, like for a fresh hop, a little odd. As a beer as a whole, pretty solid. Would totally buy it again. Like if they just sold this as like a year-round beer, I would enjoy it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I bought 2 4-packs thinking like that's probably not enough. We're gonna have to come back to Total Wine to buy more.
Right.
I'm not racing to Total Wine to get another 4-pack.
No.
No. Definitely gonna buy it next year. Hopefully they change things up, but I won't be like upset if they don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was made year round, I might pick it up again at some point. But
yeah,
where it currently stands,
not rushing to the store to get it.
No,
I feel that. Yeah, but it's a good beer. Yeah, and I think a lot of the beers we drink sit in that B range. So like, it's not based on a restriction. It's not. Nope.
It actually should be like seen pretty favorably, because we kind of shit on it the entire time a little bit. Maybe not giving it enough credit where it's due. Just because of our expectations and the history of this beer and everything. So, But it is what it is. If you're a beer drinker, you know that history more than likely, in the beer scene kind of person. And if you're not in the scene or never had a Born Yesterday, you'll probably like this beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's such a huge proponent of why we dislike it, is the just comparison to a Born Yesterday and how it just doesn't quite live up to that. And and that's what's hard too, right? Like if you're saying, okay, we're not doing this fan favorite beer, and instead for our fresh hop this year we're doing this, it's like a little bit of a letdown.
Well, and at the end of the day, beer drinking should never be objective.
True.
Should always be subjective. You like the beer you like, I like the beer I like, and the best time to have a beer is with other people that you're having a good experience with.
Absolutely.
If you can throw in some good food in there as well, even better. Those are the best beers. So,
and I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of food that I would love to have this beer with.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad beer. It's a good beer.
I'm gonna guess burgers.
Sure, that was
nachos,
number 1.
And pretzels. He says the same 3 fucking things every time.
I wouldn't do pretzels. No, I wouldn't have a pretzel with this beer. No, but burgers, hell yeah.
Every time. Or a brat. That's his other one.
Ooh, this would be good with a brat. This would be good with a brat. I would like that. He just wants to like kill me now. Well,
Like, where's a...
what would you pair? I know. We're past it. We've already done this. What would you pair this with? What would you ideally be like? Ooh, this would be especially good with XYZ.
Ideal and a close second. Actually, they're both ideal.
Okay.
They could flip-flop. Mongolian grill and a spicy Indian chicken curry.
Oh.
This with this washing down some spice.
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe it's a personal thing with Mongo. I love Mongo, but I don't know. But the Indian curry?
Well, I get my Mongolian super fucking spicy.
Oh, I do too. Oh, I do too. Yeah. I'm
Like crying.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I get 2 things of sauce because I don't got enough spice in the one. I got to up it up in the next. So I'm with you. But yeah, no, with the Indian curry, that would hit good.
Also, just like a fucking bean and cheese burrito with this.
Yes, I had a stroke for a second because I couldn't picture a burrito just beans and cheese. And
Neither could I.
So I was like, but just beans and cheese burrito,
Like, I would never eat a bean and cheese burrito because I'd be like, where's the fucking protein? Where's
Yeah.
the substance here? But,
Exactly.
you know,
this would be good with that.
if all you had was some tortillas, beans, and cheese,
Hear me out.
and this beer,
Even if you did have chicken or steak in there, I think it'd be pretty good. But not all the other fixins. I think if you add a bunch of other stuff, then it's a little too weird. But even just putting some meat in here, I think it could be pretty good.
meat in the beer.
Meat in a beer?
You said putting some meat in here would be good. Like,
Or in the
Would it?
in the burrito.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said here.
Yeah,
you don't have a burrito
yeah, I
in front
don't.
of you
I don't know what to
give
tell you. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe wishful thinking. Maybe I'm a fucking
You're
idiot.
like, I would like a burrito right now.
Yeah, I would like a burrito right now. That's true. Yeah,
Hey, you got a place now.
that's true. That is true. I got tacos waiting at home, so
Oh,
close enough.
well, you got a place as well.
That's
Run out of tacos.
that's true. Yeah.
I could take this with the Dusty's burger as well. So
Ooh, we need
with
to
you
go.
on the burgers.
Yeah. Let's go back to Dusty's.
Yeah.
I could
do.
I could do that this weekend.
Check out that episode on our Pints. Well, it's the same. It's on our YouTube. There's a playlist thing if you want to check out the Pints, but it's just in our videos.
Yeah.
Check out the Dusty's Tavern episode. Watch some other ones, and we'll see you next week.